It's been a minute. Good day and greetings to each and every single one of my kinfolk. It just so happens to be I, proud representative,
the highest effing order.
coming to you today. In many ways, a completely changed man. I'll just get to the point. I am a father now.
What?
To a beautiful, beautiful baby boy who is about 6 weeks old now. And that's the reason I haven't been uploading frequently. That newborn dad life is, it's very trying at times, but simultaneously the most rewarding experience of my goddamn life. And I'm going to go more into that potentially on other videos, you know. Don't expect me to make my weed YouTube channel about, like, you know, babies and stuff. But you can't expect this channel to change a bit. I'm going to be honest. The passion hasn't really been there. Now, I do believe that cannabis is this wonderful, wonderful plant that can bring us to a heightened sense of awareness in ourselves and in society as a whole. But it's like pretty dang regularized. It's I got my little birdies over there. He's singing, so he might kind of throw me off course a little bit, but it's pretty normalized. It's not that big of a deal anymore. At least in my mind, where I'm at here in California, like, we good, man. I could go out in the street and I might get a few little weird glances here and there, but in general, I feel pretty damn safe enjoying my cannabis. But there's a lot of other ways that I don't feel safe. Namely, the absolute war that is being waged on sacred sites and indigenous identity as a whole. Not only in our country, but around the fucking globe. And instead of continuing to go about my channel in a way that is honestly, like, not as passionate as it used to be, not as frequent, I've decided to shift focus and bring some attention to histories, current events, and just opening things up to the indigenous perspective and the struggles that we go through to this day. And it's something that I do somewhat reluctantly because I'm not a fucking authority. I'm not. So I'm going to be learning a lot in this journey of trying to explore, learn, and grow myself. So I figured I could use the channel to help out with that because I've been doing it for a long time anyways, but if I have a platform that I can really dedicate time and energy into, I feel it will only further that journey. Because I'll be honest, even right now, I don't feel as comfortable being in front of the camera talking about all this stuff. So my gut is, in a lot of ways, telling me that that's what I should be doing. Hopefully, my bird is providing some good background music. It's throwing me off a little bit, if I must admit. I really want to just go put him back inside, but But that's life, you know. A lot of times we have potential distractions going on around us. We distract ourselves purposely to ignore that gut feeling of just not being in the right place, right frame of mind, right spiritual plane. So I got to be honest with you guys. I'm in a pretty raw place being a new father, because all these issues with society that I had at least I felt like a firm grasp on before, have really started to settle in and affect me even more now that I definitively have this amazing, precious being before me that is going to have to eventually navigate through all that muck by himself one day, because I'm not always going to be there to protect him. And that's fucking terrifying. It really is. And I feel like I have to engage in this platform from a state of vulnerability so that I can myself sift through those and find solutions, but also connect with other like-minded people so that we can all team up and get our shit together, and ask each other for help too, because I know that's a thing that happens a lot of times, especially with men. It's easy for us to go to each other and say, like, oh yeah, let's collaborate on this thing, and still kind of hold that ego state where it's like, well, this is mine and that's yours, so we could come together, but this is still mine. Like, I'm also recognizing that I have to be in the position to go to other people and just fucking ask for help. So when I'm doing videos and shit, I'm gonna be going to other people and asking for help, asking them to drop some knowledge on me, and also shouting them out. Like, I'm not gonna be sitting here and collecting from different sources and pretending like I came up with all that myself. So I just feel like I'm in a really humbled state right now. I'm in a position where I'm really, really sitting and listening and trying to settle into a lot of lessons that I thought that I learned before, but in a lot of ways went in one ear, out the other. It's just the way it is. So right now we have a huge, huge struggle going on to protect a sacred site known as Chichil Piltacotil, otherwise known as Oak Flat, a sacred site of the Apache peoples. And fucking John McCain, back in 2014, just slid into a bill that, without the consent of the public at all, that land would be given to Resolution Copper, one of the biggest fucking mining companies in the world. And their plans are to create an Eiffel Tower sized fucking crater right in the middle of all that, effectively decimating all the local wildlife and the water sources. If you're just one of those fucking crazy, like, rock climbing eco tourists, like, pretty much one of the greatest places in the US to do that will be gone. So this isn't just a fight for the Apache and their religious freedom. It's a fight for all of us, and we all should look at these issues as not only problems for the indigenous folk to deal with. this is something that you can learn from as well. And the sanctity of these sites is a paramount effort right now. So there's a few ways that you can help with this. The Apache Stronghold, a group that is kind of spearheading this movement to protect that site, in a few days is going to be having an in-person and virtual event where they're literally going to be walking from the San Carlos Apache Reservation to that sacred site, Oak Flat, and they're doing it to raise awareness and hopefully get the people as a whole to come together and say, fuck this shit, we don't want that. And we're really at a point in human civilization where we either choose the path of creator, God, Jannat, whatever fucking word you want to put to that, or the path of technology. And we've been obviously choosing the path of technology for a long time, but I think you can look at the state of this dumpster fire that we are amidst and recognize that the path of technology might not be right for us. Now, through my own spiritual journeys, I guess you could say, whether it's in Sweat Lodge or dealing with plant medicines, I've found that it's important to not always get so focused on like what is good or bad, because there really is like an inherent neutrality in many things. But I truly feel like if we don't switch things up and take that path that our ancestors took, we're going to end up losing so much. And like I said, I don't know if it's necessarily up to me to give you all the answers and say that that's this completely bad thing. But I respect that ancestry. I see a lot of beauty in those ways. And I'm just here to do what I can and do my best to try and get us on a different course with whatever way I can. So that's what I'm here doing. So as far as helping out with Oak Flat, providing several links down in the description below. So fucking check those out. I don't know if it's too late right now to write letters out to the Advisory Council for Cultural Preservation. But in one of those links, there's a prompt for what you should write in said letter if you do send it. And hell, even if it doesn't happen, like just sending out that intention and putting it out there into the ether, that'll probably help. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I really am kind of going to be rewiring this platform. I'm still going to be smoking a lot of weed. Not just weed though. In here I got a little bit of tobacco just to help with putting out those prayers, those good intentions. Got some chamomile thrown in there because it just helps to relax you out. A nice little herb to smoke, and also some sage just to fucking purify myself, because I'll tell you right here, right now, I have darkness inside of me as well. I'm not a fucking perfect person, but I'm over here trying, and I hope that we continue to try together, and that this platform becomes something that continues to connect us and to bring some awareness to whatever I'm going to try to put you guys up on this channel. And we find ourselves in a desperate situation in a lot of ways. And I don't got the answers, but I'm going to at least try to find some solutions and continue to better myself and my inner circle whilst doing so. So, along this path, I'm sure just because, like, I'm over here smoking weed, doing illicit activities, there's going to be some folk that I try to connect to and even bring awareness to that probably aren't even going to want to fucking touch me with a 10-foot pole, which is completely fine. If I am to be judged, then that is what it is. I can't change any of that. But if I see some people doing some good ass work, regardless of what they think of me, I'm going to try and bolster that shit. So you can expect that. I don't necessarily expect the channel to get a whole lot of traction and views because of that. And honestly, the channel hasn't been getting a lot of that anyways. So it is what it is. Obviously, the algorithm don't really want them to see your boy anyways, so I might as well be putting together something that I can get behind. And I'll just say it straight up. I found myself in a position where I was like, oh, I should make a new YouTube video. And I kept on putting it off, And then I even thought to myself, like, if I did even go back to being a normal content creator and having the pace that I had in the past, if when my little boy is old enough to really like understand what's going on, if he just came and saw me like smoking weed and talking about some TV show that you should watch or reviewing a product, I don't know if that would necessarily be something that he could absolutely respect himself, or even if he did respect it, it could put him on a path where I would, in hindsight, be looking and being like, God damn it. What would I expect him to end up? You know what I mean? Because there was inherently a lot of ego involved in starting this channel in the first place. I had these aspirations of being like, fucking famous or something. I don't know. I don't even know exactly what I wanted when I started this channel. So directing it a bit more and trying to do something with it that I feel in my gut is good, is going along with what the ancestors would have wanted, then that's me doing my best, I'd say. And I'm not gonna sit here and beat myself up, because even in the past I was doing my best. We all are pretty much always doing our best. There's just all these different outputs coming in and affecting what our best can actually be. So I'm attempting to make myself as aware as possible so that my best can continue to bring us collectively towards something better. So that's all I really got to say. BM Woody Woo, fucking out. Yeah, check out those links and let's see if we can get this shit done and start protecting these goddamn sacred sites, because countless others have already been decimated. Countless beautiful stories have been completely blown to bits, and it would be a fucking shame if we keep on doing that. So let's go.